What's crack, it's VangelinaSkov, and today we're going to be talking about Without a Crystal Ball, who also goes by Katie. And by goes by Katie, I mean that is her name, so I don't know why I said it like that. Anyway, you may or may not have heard that Without a Crystal Ball has been in some trouble with Tati Westbrook, with Tati filing a lawsuit against her. And as a result of this, there's been a lot of drama, a lot of talk from Katie, and also Katie getting very mad at some commentary channels and saying that she's gonna sue them. So if you can't tell already, it's a whole big mess. But today we're just gonna be going over what has happened up until now. And we're also going to be discussing the video that Katie put out yesterday on her channel talking about this situation, and mostly talking about the situation with the other commentary channels. But before we get into that, please subscribe and click the bell button to get notifications when I upload. And also a little announcement that I have for you guys. We now have new merch. I'm very excited about this stuff. I'm calling this one the UFO collection because I can, and it's very UFO themed, and I think it's really cool. I think it really suits the channel, and yeah, you can check that out with the link in the description. And if you don't already know, the members and the patrons get between 20 to 30% off all the merch forever, depending on their tier. Anyway, on to the actual video. So yes, Tati Westbrook of Halo Beauty and the James Charles debacle a while ago is filing a lawsuit against Without a Crystal Ball or Katie. So let's just briefly go over why this is happening, and I want to make this as concise and brief as possible. There is a video which goes very in-depth into the lawsuit. I will link that below. I can't remember off the top of my head who it's by for some reason, because I've watched so many videos on this situation, I can't remember who made what. So there will be a link to that. But I'm just gonna sort of briefly go over this. So Without a Crystal Ball, who for the remainder of this video I will be calling Katie, because if I have to say Without a Crystal Ball one more time, my tongue is gonna fall out of my mouth. So Katie has made a couple of videos about Tati. And in the course of some of the videos that she has made, Katie has gone to very extreme lengths to try and back up her claims or make claims about Tati. Going so far as to try and find birth certificates, addresses, really personal information, and also trying to find Tati's family members and find out personal information about them. Again, birth certificates, addresses, criminal records, everything like that. Now that in itself, to my knowledge, is not illegal. That is not a criminal offense. But it doesn't really end there. Katie had apparently made a lot of false claims about Tati without any actual evidence to back it up, and was presenting those pieces of information as fact instead of speculation or opinion. And one of the things that is quoted in the lawsuit that Katie has said is that she made drama and troll accounts so that she could create a massive ripple effect where everyone becomes impacted and untruths become truths. Meaning that she made fake drama accounts in order to promote the ideas that she was spreading in her videos about Tati, i.e. to make it seem more believable. But it doesn't really just end there with this as well. Katie also made some claims about Tati's husband James. She had apparently claimed that he was a career criminal, meaning that he in current day is a criminal and that's how he makes his money. And what she was basing this off of was drug charges from when he was a teenager. Now, despite that being illegal still and it being a criminal offense, drug charges from when you're a teenager and being a current career criminal are not the same thing. And let's be honest, quite a lot of people dabble in drugs when they are teenagers. And she had apparently also implied that James had killed his own mother in order to get her inheritance. Quite a bold thing to be implying. So as a result of all of this and a little bit more, Tati is now filing a $5 million lawsuit for damages and emotional distress. I think it was $5 million. I feel like I'm getting that wrong because that's quite a lot of money, but I'm pretty sure it's $5 million. Don't quote me on that though. Now for context, this is not the only person that Katie has done similar things with. She apparently has a history of making false claims and digging up a lot of personal information about a lot of people that she covers, including Shane Dawson. So this apparently isn't really a once-off thing. Now when this came out, a lot of people were claiming that this was very dangerous for the commentary community because it was Tati trying to take away Katie's free speech. However, that is not the case. And a lot of other YouTubers have made this argument as well, that what Katie is in trouble for is not the same as what most commentary channels do. Most commentary channels, not all, but most, will take the information that is already public, is already out there, will give their opinions and make speculations. What they're claiming Katie did is to dig up information, present half-truths as facts, and spread lies. So those two are clearly not the same thing. Now this is where we get into Without a Crystal Ball's troubles with other commentary channels. A lot of commentary channels had come out to defend Tati's lawsuit and to speak out against Without a Crystal Ball. And Katie had apparently started claiming that this was defamation, it was bullying, and had said that she was planning to sue all of them. And these are people like CreepShow Art, Dustin, Dailey, Nick Snider, and several other people. Now, I don't think I need to say that these commentary channels or commentators, whatever you feel like calling them today, have said this is not defamation and it's not bullying. And CreepShow Art actually made a video talking about this yesterday, where she says that Without a Crystal Ball, or Katie, has actually been in contact with her, with Shannon CreepShow Art, for 18 months, and that Katie had essentially been harassing her, wanting to get on her channel, and then immediately got very angry when CreepShow Art started calling her Katie out. I hope you followed that. I hope I explained that okay. Anyway, I won't go too much into CreepShow Art's video either. You can watch that. There'll also be a link for that in the description, so you can see Shannon's full claims. But I gotta say, there was a couple of very, very funny bits in that video. I'm trying not to get the YouTube gods mad at me, so I can't quote exactly, but something about Katie was on my and then suddenly it wasn't cool to be on anymore, and that made me laugh a lot. So yeah, if you want to find out more about what she had to say about it, you can watch that video. But now let's talk about the video that Without a Crystal Ball, or Katie, put up yesterday. And in this video, she is discussing everything, and it's basically an apology video. She starts off saying that she's reading from a script. That's fine. People tend to do that in apology videos. We're used to that by now, especially when there are legal proceedings involved. First thing she says is that she's sorry, and then goes on to list the reasons why she has made the mistakes that she has made, although she doesn't immediately really go into them. She said that her channel grew really fast and she didn't have time to learn how to respond to other commentary channels or other creators. She also later in the video makes individual apologies to some creators, but we need to talk about something else she said first so you can understand what she's saying. So Katie says that for the past 18 months she has been targeted by a group of trolls who are led by one person who are just out to get her. She said they've been spreading false allegations about her, spreading lies, spreading false screenshots, claiming she has addiction issues, she's an alcoholic, saying that she's guilty of child neglect, doxing her. There's a long list of things that she says they have done to her. Now she lists out some of their usernames. I won't list them out for you now, but she does, and she says these people just are targeting her, they want to take her down, they want to destroy her channel. Now I do want to point out that although she may be telling the truth that these people are just out to get her, in this particular video she also doesn't give any evidence to disprove what these people are saying about her or to prove that they are out to get her. So on that front it's very much up for debate. So now we can go on to discuss some of the other apologies that she makes. She says she's made a lot of mistakes and she's sorry for doing things like blocking people from her channel and for not listening to the criticism of others. But then she follows this on by saying that it was hard for her to listen to criticism when she had these people who were targeting her for so long. And she felt like she couldn't listen to the creators who were trying to give her criticism because they were being, in her words, weaponized against her by this group of so-called trolls. And these creators that she's talking about again are Nick Snider, Angela Oels, Dustin, Dailey, CreepShow Art, a long list of people. Now she also says sorry to these creators as a whole for the things that she said when she felt like she was under attack, and she's sorry if she hurt their feelings. And also says as of now she is not planning to sue any of them. Then she goes on to list individual creators and make very specific apologies to them. I won't list them all out, but there is something very specific that I want to talk about her apologies. The specific and vague ones. Now, fair warning, everything that I'm about to say is purely speculation, and I know we're not normally the kind of channel that reads into language or body language or wordings of things, but there's a very apparent use of language in this apology video, and I'm not saying it's an intentional use, I'm not saying that there was anything malicious behind it, I just feel it's important to point out. So like I said earlier, she apologized to all of these people in case she hurt their feelings. Now, she doesn't apologize for saying things, except for when she says, I felt like I was under attack. So the only time that she really apologizes is with an excuse. And then for hurting their feelings, not for doing things to hurt their feelings, if that makes sense. And if we look at some of the specific apologies that she made to creators, she apologizes to Angelika Oels, who I keep trying to call Angela. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you're upset about the copyright strike. and then says she should have worked it out with her. So not I'm sorry for the copyright strike, not I'm sorry that I did that, I'm sorry that you're upset about it. Similarly with CreepShow art, she says I'm sorry if you believe that I stalked you, and then does say I'm sorry for calling you out, but then follows it with another excuse. It's hard for me to listen to your criticism when you call me names. And then the apology, I guess she's calling it an apology that she makes to Emily Baker. She says, there's no evidence that I've trolled or stalked anyone. I believe you're coming off as biased. I'm innocent until proven guilty, but your channel is making people believe that I'm guilty. I'm just paraphrasing, by the way, which is not really an apology. And she uses the same sort of I'm sorry you feel that way language when she makes an apology to her current subscribers and former subscribers. I'm sorry if you have felt that I haven't listened to you. So she doesn't say I'm sorry for not listening to you. She says I'm sorry if you felt that way. Now again, I'm not saying that there is in fact something behind this. Maybe this is just the way that she speaks and she meant it in good faith. But it's quite well known that this sort of language can be used in a manipulative way and can be used to make very disingenuine apologies. So think of if you have an argument with a friend who's just not the greatest person and not the greatest friend. They did something, straight up did something to hurt you. And instead of apologizing for what they did, they apologize saying, I'm sorry you feel that way. I'm sorry you feel hurt. Not, I'm sorry I don't know what somebody could do. I'm sorry I punched you in the face. I'm sorry that you feel hurt by that. And in a lot of cases, this is basically a non-apology. It's a way for a person to apparently apologize and be able to say, well, I said I'm sorry, when they didn't really say sorry for the thing that's the actual problem. And in a lot of cases, again, it shows that they have no remorse for their own actions. They just want to get the pressure off them. Again, purely speculation, not saying that this is what Katie is doing, but I couldn't not point it out. You can believe whatever you want to believe on that, if you think she's doing it or not. Now, the final thing that I want to talk about Katie's video is where she briefly mentions the lawsuit with Tati, and she does not go into that very much, claiming that she can't talk about it very much because it is a current legal proceeding. Fair enough. But she does say that she denies all of the allegations against her, and says that she does actually have a basis to countersue Tati's lawyer, not Tati, for defamation and interfering with business because of the way that he handled things online. Now, she didn't say if she is going to countersue him or not, but says that she can. And then at the end of the video, she goes on to talk about freedom of speech, but I'm not really going to get into that too much because we already said earlier that this isn't really a freedom of speech matter. Anyway, that's all I really wanted to talk about for this video. I just sort of wanted to give a brief overview of everything going on up until now. If there are any updates, I will of course update you guys. And yeah, do let me know in the comments what you think about this whole situation. But if you don't want to comment about that, you can also leave me a comment saying which of your designs from the new merch is your favorite, because comments help my engagement, and also that way I know if you like the merch or not. There are just a couple of other things I want to say before we go. So firstly, I know my uploading has been even worse than I said it was going to be. It's been a while since we had a proper commentary or drama video or anything like that, or a properly structured video. So thank you all so much for bearing with me. I hope you're all still here. I feel like I've been single-handedly killing my channel for the last couple of weeks. But I have been, you guys know already, I've been extremely busy with college and everything, and also my mental health is just like all over the place. I've just not been great. But today is one of the first days in ages I managed to like put on makeup and wanted to record and had energy, so I'm very happy about that. And thank you so much for still being here and putting up with me. We're going to be getting back to normal very soon, I promise. And another thing, I know there's a lot of things that I'm saying. So I've been streaming on Twitch. I say that like I haven't only streamed once or twice, but I will be streaming on Twitch regularly twice a week. And if you miss the streams on Twitch, they are going to be cut up and uploaded to a new gaming channel, which the link for that is also going to be in the description. So you can watch the videos there, or you can follow me on Twitch, and I will be updating on the community page probably which days I'm going to be streaming. At the moment we're playing Blair Witch, and that's fun. We'll probably do some other games, probably do some Fortnite. I want to get into Among Us, maybe some Minecraft, because you know how much I love Minecraft. And so yeah, check that out as well. I know there's a lot of things I'm telling you to check out. I'm sorry, it's been a while. Anyway guys, that's going to be it for me for now. So as I said at the start of the video, please subscribe and click the bell button to get notifications when I upload, and you can also check out the merch down below. And you can also follow me on social media. Like, comment, share, and do all the things that I'm supposed to ask you to do at the end of a video. and have a wonderful day. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.